Okay, guys. So this is going to be on the practice AB worksheet number three. So circle P with center P, -5, 5, and radius 2, square root of 5. I picked the hardest one because the easier ones you should know how to watch that video that I sent you on YouTube, and it's going to be easier for you to understand. But this one's a hard one because you see 2 radical 5. Right, that's going to be the reason why it's hard. Now you have to find an equation. How do you make this? Now I already drew the circle that goes with this equation. Now it says circle P with center -5, 5. So you go to -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get this point. Now 2 radical 5 is about 4.6 or something like that. So that's why I went over about 4.5. Right here, I went over 4.5 here, up 4.5, and down 4.5. And this is how I create my circle. But this is not really what you're actually supposed to be doing. What you're supposed to be doing is making the equation. So you need to understand that it's going to be x minus h squared plus x minus k squared equals r squared. Right, so this is what you have to understand how to do. Now, when you plug this back in, you're going to plug, well, this is x and this is y. So now you're going to plug these back in and you're going to see what happens here. So you're now going to see what -5, right? You can see -5 goes right into the h. Now you're going to get x minus -5 squared plus this 5 right here goes in for k, so it's going to be x minus 5 squared equals, well, it's going to be 2 radical 5. I'm going to put in parentheses squared. Okay, so now we have to just clean this up and we're finished. So what you're going to have to understand is this. Negative and negative, you're going to see it's going to be a positive. So it's going to be x plus 5 squared plus x minus 5 squared is already done. You don't have to fix this up at all. Equals, but this one now is a little bit different because some of you will not know how to multiply this twice. Unless you have used a calculator, just plug it back in. But I'm going to just show you the work here. It's going to be 2 radical 5 times 2 radical 5. That's pretty much what that squared means, right? I'm doing it twice. So now what you're going to do is this. So what's 2 times 2? And that's going to equal 4. And square root of 5 times square root of 5, right? So that's pretty much saying square root of 5 times square root of 5 is going to be square root of 25. So now we know that, well, 4 is already a whole number, but square root of 25 we already know it's going to be 5. So 4 times 5 is going to be 20. So now in our end result, our equation at the end is going to be x plus 5 squared plus x minus 5 squared equals 20. And that should be your answer right there. Now, if you understand how to do this, right, you know how to do every single one of these, because it's always going to give you a point here, right? It's going to give you a radius always, all right? And then you find out your circle, which is right there. That's what your circle is going to look like eventually when you do it yourself. All right. So if you have any more questions, let me know.